Here in Philly, about 200 years ago, the Pennsylvania School for the Deaf was founded, and it became a model for a new way of providing deaf education in America. The deaf community, over the years, has experienced challenges and barriers that we've navigated. One example is really part of our culture, and that's the telecommunications, beginning with the telephone. The phone was an amazing invention, but it was not accessible to deaf people. We navigated through that and innovated, and in the 1960s, a man named Robert Waitbrecht developed the first TTY. And that TTY made it possible for deaf people to call each other for the first time. From there was the development of closed captioning and the first TTY relay in the 1980s. CSD pioneered one of the first TTY relay operations in the 80s, well before it was mandated by the Americans with Disabilities Act. The challenge, the barriers with TTY, and other solutions was that it was focused on English. And so the deaf community wasn't completely satisfied with that progress, and we wanted to see people able to communicate in their native language. So that's where the idea for developing VRS was born. So in the early 2000s, VRS was born, and now it's everywhere. Remember now, VRS doesn't completely achieve the spirit of the ADA. The ADA is intended to create a communication experience for a deaf person the same as for a hearing person. That's the goal. And until we reach the point where deaf people can communicate with the world the exact same as a hearing person, then we still have work to do. So today we are so excited to be a part of this announcement. Comcast is dedicated to establishing the first ASL customer service operation, meaning you don't have to call through the relay anymore. You can call directly and talk to a deaf agent in your native language, ASL. And we hope that this will be a model for all corporations to follow. Because you have the right to communicate with companies that you are purchasing products and services from in your native language. We recognize that today is a milestone that's been a long time coming. The effort has taken years of advocacy in governments and corporations, and to convince them to see this model as the best possible way to deliver services in order to create pathways for people to communicate and interact with companies. So we want to recognize all the people who have been a part of this process. We value Comcast and their focus on considering the needs of all of their customers with disabilities. We recognize the entire Comcast team here today, and also I want to recognize the CSD team, the Connect Direct team, who actually is providing the new video customer service. They're here with us today as well. So CSD is never satisfied. We are always looking forward to creating new innovations and being a part of the journey with all of you. So thank you.